Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So guys, in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action. Of course, we are going to cover Kaspa's holders and overall metrics, and on the top of that we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for BTC and altcoins as well. We do have quite a bit to cover during this video, so make sure that you guys stick till the end of the video. And if you are new, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And now guys, before we are going to get into the chart, let's actually cover some stats. All right, so we are trading at 14 cents, and now the volume is currently sitting at 54.6 million USD. The market cap is sitting at 3.4 billion USD. If it comes to ranking, we are sitting at number 26. If it comes to the current reward, we are sitting at 104. The next reward is going to be 98, and the next reduction is scheduled in 2 weeks. We are sitting at 83% mined, and the hash rate is sitting at 346, well, almost 7 per hash per second, and all-time highs are sitting at 374 per hash per second. And now quick update if it comes to holders. So guys, the last 48 hours on the 19th of June we're sitting at 77,440, and as of the time of recording this video we are sitting at 77,660. If it comes to 100k, we are sitting at 50 new holders. If it comes to 1 million, nothing really has changed. 10 million, we have one less holder in the last 48 hours. Now guys, let's have a look at the chart itself. So that is a 2-hourly time frame for Kaspa. So the first things first, we are creating that uptrend for Kaspa that is bullish, but obviously as bullish it can go on a 2-hourly time frame. Now, if it comes to stochastic RSI, obviously that's going sideways. Who really cares about 2-hourly? Let's actually have a look at 4-hourly time frame, and let's see what's going on 4-hourly time frame too. So first things first, we are being supported by this level of 14 cents, which leads us back to, these levels and the previous all-time highs, well, almost for Kaspa. So obviously that is a strong level for support. Now, if it comes to stochastic RSI, we are, let's say, almost in that range of oversold territory. Nevertheless, we could experience a little bit of a pump on a 4-hourly time frame. And now let's actually switch it to the daily. So if it comes to daily time frame, well, first things first, we are properly bottomed out if it comes to stochastic RSI. So I believe that worse is behind us, and now we are obviously going to be anticipating that pump towards the upside, right? Well, let's say hopefully. So another thing that we can obviously check to determine of what is going on is to check, the Madrid ribbon, which is essentially, a bunch of moving averages stick together, right? So on a daily time frame, if it comes to Madrid ribbon, we are still in a bull trend, right? Obviously, we do have a little bit of, a redness over here. Nevertheless, let's say half of it is still in green. So I still do anticipate, pump for Kaspa. Obviously, given the fact of what is going on in the market, overall, this is nothing to be worried about for Kaspa, because the overall market is actually experiencing the dump. So now guys, let's actually take this thing out and let's check what's going on a weekly, and let's throw a rainbow for Kaspa. Now guys, what we are experiencing in here for stochastic RSI on a weekly is that that potential bearish cross for Kaspa. So could we potentially have a sell-off? Well, Kaspa is one of these, power law type of that is going to grow naturally. So, I don't necessarily care personally if we are going to see the pullback, because obviously I do hold personally Kaspa for longer term. Obviously, I do have my riskier plays, which I cover on the channel, which are obviously meme coins and different altcoins too, in fact. Nevertheless, let's come back to the rainbow itself. So we are being supported by, the last level of the rainbow. And now, guys, I believe that longer we are going to trade in here, bigger the future pump for a Kaspa, right? So every single time we are actually touching that lower level of rainbow for Kaspa, we are bouncing back. So if it comes to ETFs, as of yesterday, we are sitting at negative outflows of 139.9 million USD. And now let's check some macro charts, and shout out to Trader Daring Great, and this is a 6-monthly chart for BTC. He's saying that less than 10 days to close the current candle in 6 months. BTC is still holding up a breakout candle. This is so bullish in a long-term view. It will have a couple of candles spanning over a year coming to drive the market up phase. So guys, this horizontal yellow line is obviously the previous all-time highs for BTC. right? And every single time this candle was actually bullish, and obviously we still have a little bit of left till this candle is going to close. Nevertheless, in the previous cycle, this candle actually closed bullish. So we are going to see how we are going to close if it comes to, you know, this cycle and this 6-monthly candle. Shout out to Bit Elite, and he's saying that Bitcoin is breaking below stochastic RSI support. Yellow line is below 70. In previous time, breaking below bought as big corrections or crashes. Now BTC in the middle of the bull market has big crashes before it continues up. In previous cycle we had 3 50% crashes. 2 in 2017 cycle we had 7 different 30% crashes. This is the only cycle this has not happened so far, and he thinks it will, because market makers need to make money by crashing everything and going all in, like they do every time, every cycle. That is how old seasons are made. I expect we'll have minimum 30% correction, which would bring us to $50,000 or below for BTC, and this will create an old season. So guys, this is definitely not out of the question, you know, especially given the fact that stochastic RSI for BTC is at this point, which is obviously a little bit of overbought territory. Now guys, let's check this chart out. And now guys, shout out to Titan of Crypto, and this is a weekly chart for BTC. Titan is saying that Bitcoin still looks bullish on a weekly time frame. From Ichimoku perspective, Bitcoin is still bullish and now retesting Tenkan Red at $64,200. This is the level to watch by the end of the week. Next support is Ikijun Blue at $56,100. Manipulation incoming, stay safe. Guys, this is something that I do believe might gonna happen, right? We might gonna see potential further downside for BTC, which obviously is going to shake people out, because obviously, you know, levels of 50k for BTC is something that we haven't seen for a while, but it might happen. It's definitely not out of the question, so you know, be ready for that. And now another chart, and that is a Bitcoin dominance chart according to Titan. So he's saying that same pattern is playing out for BTC's dominance, and the outcome is near. So now guys, obviously if price is going to drop significantly lower, the dominance is potentially going to dip lower as well, which obviously they are not, you know, the same things. Okay, I would like everybody to be aware that dominance and the price are not the same things. Nevertheless, if that dominance is going to dip significantly lower, we might gonna experience a proper old season. And now guys, if you are interested into keeping your Kaspa safe, make sure that you check out Tangem Wallet. Tangem Wallet is a cold storage solution that helps keeping your crypto safe outside of exchanges. Of course, Tangem Wallet doesn't support only Kaspa, because it supports BTC and many other cryptocurrency projects. With my discount code you can get -10% off, so this way you support channel a little bit, and of course you get 10% off. So I do believe that this is a win-win situation. The link is in the description down below. And now guys, coming back to the charts, so Titan is saying that the next target zone for BTC is around 96,000 to 110 USD. So this is more of a macro chart guys. Of course we might still see the pullback, nevertheless the next bullish target is in that target zone guys. All right, so make sure that you are just patient. All right, he's saying that the bounce is likely come from this level. And now guys, another chart according to Titan, he's saying that Bitcoin bull run is still on. Both parabolic SAR indicator and logarithmic MACD on the 2-monthly chart are showing that the bull market is far from being over. Relax, and the best is yet to come guys. So obviously the patience is going to be rewarded. And now let's check what the scalping pro has to say. He's saying that the longer it consolidates, the bigger the breakout will be. So guys, let's have a look. Ever since we have experienced the bottom of this cycle, the first sideways went for 9 weeks, then the second went for 8 weeks, then we had 30 weeks of the sideways boring price action for BTC, and after we saw parabolic run for BTC, and then we have stopped in 9 weeks zone, and now guys we are experiencing 15 weeks. So technically if we are going to experience the same sideways we have experienced in the sideways price action number 3, we could still go on for another 15 weeks for BTC. And obviously guys, remember that this is designed for you to be shaken out of the market. Again, the patience is the key. And now guys, we do have possible 2 scenarios that are going to happen. All right, so now the first one is that we are going to bounce from here and go towards the upside, or we can actually go to 60,000 levels, and obviously that is going to shake out so many people out of the market. Nevertheless, guys, two outcomes are bullish anyways if you are keen on waiting. And now another chart from the perspective of bull market support band. So let's see what the Scalping Pro has to say in here. So he's saying that Bitcoin is loading up for a big bounce. BTC is testing the bull market support band again. In January 2023, BTC turned the band into support when it was trading at $19,500. Since then, every time the price has tested these bands, we've seen a big jump in price. Guys, so this basically happened, you know, in last year, right? In here as well, then obviously we had a little bit of fake out, and then, you know, another support, and then bounce towards the upside. Support, bounce towards the upside, support, bounce towards the upside, and now we are testing this time again, and now we are retesting that bull market support band again. And now, guys, if we are going to look from the perspective of it's over, let's have a look. So first we had this broadening wedge and we have dipped a little bit lower. Obviously that is a bullish pattern that leads us towards the upside. Then we were in this range and people were basically convinced that this is the over. Nevertheless, after another group of people were shaken out of the market, then we saw another bounce towards the upside. Then we had a broadening wedge in which we have dipped, all right, and then people again thought that this is over. And now we are also experiencing an inverse head and shoulders for BTC. So guys, please don't be shaken out, all right, because again, probably people are going to sell and then we are going to see the bounce. And now shout out to Trader Tiring Rate, and this is a weekly chart for BTC. Bitcoin has formed double top on a weekly chart. The pattern could drive BTC a bit lower and volatile. However, the final movement is up. Ignore the short term and volatility. Guys, exactly. So yes, that is a double top, just like we have experienced in here, that obviously printed a downside momentum if it comes to BTC's price. Nevertheless, after that, we saw a huge upside for BTC's price. So I do believe that this time is no different. And yes, we might gonna see some downside before we are going to see the pump for BTC. Nevertheless, longer term picture for BTC and crypto is definitely bullish. Now, shout out to El Crypto Pro, and this is a crypto total market cap chart that is excluding Bitcoin on a 2-weekly chart. Prof is saying that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So guys, let's have a look. We had the bear cycle, then we had the jump outside of the bear cycle, right? The first pullback and then parabolic run. Then we had another bear cycle in which we had obviously had low prices, then the first leg up above these levels, and then the parabolic run. Now parabolic curve in 2024. So guys, exactly the same scenario. The bear cycle, then we had the first proper leg towards the upside, and then we have retested this very important zone that leads us back to the previous cycle. And I do believe that after this shakeout, we are going to experience a proper alt season. And now this is a daily chart for BTC according to El Crypto Prof. He's saying that this inverse head and shoulders pattern for BTC is becoming more and more of a reality. As I said last time, well, as he said, these are the last days or weeks where we'll see Bitcoin below 70,000 US dollars. Mark his words. Guys, I'm marking his words, and I do believe that we are going to see, you know, the upside sooner rather than later for BTC. Now, altcoins, guys, and this is total market cap that is excluding Bitcoin on the 2-weekly chart. And now Prof is saying that there are some massive signs that altcoins will rise exponentially in 2024. The chart looks like it did in 2020 or even 2017. The 2-weekly Gaussian channel has changed from red to green. Don't get shaken out of the market. This is just a retest. Guys, Gaussian channel on a 2-weekly time frame doesn't flip green for no reason, okay? So make sure that you hold tight, okay? And make sure that you cope with this volatility and be patient. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching this quick update. I hope that you have guys enjoyed, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.